What up, guys? Here today we are going to try and do a DIY do-it-yourself drag wing on the Mustang, and I just got my welder set up, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it today. Don't really need it. I'm just going to be doing sheet metal. So I'm going to start off by removing the stock wing and taping everything off so I don't scratch the paint and stuff like that. Alright, we're going to start by removing the factory wing. 210 mils on each side. Now what I'm going to do to loosen up the old adhesive, I'm going to grab a heat gun and I'm going to heat it all nicely so it'll pull right off. What you want to do is work on one side at a time instead of trying to heat both and then pull it. You want to heat one side while it's still warm, pull it off, then go to the next side. Just like that, your old wing is now off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat and remove all this nicely without ripping the paint, tearing it. If you don't really care about the paint, you could obviously just take a razor and scrape it all off, but another thing you could do is just roll it with your fingers. Makes your fingers kind of raw and it takes a while, but already have it off. There's still a little bit on there, but I'm not really too worried about it because the new wing is going to cover it. So now we're going to go ahead and take our masking tape and mask everything off where you think you might touch, just to ensure that you do not scratch your paint. Now that you have every part that you think you might touch masked off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with the outside pieces. This is where my wing is going to end on each side of the trunk. So I'm going to go ahead and make a template of how it's going to stick out and the shape of everything, cut it, match the other side, and then I'll go ahead and go for the inside piece. Now I got my side of the drag wing mocked up on both sides. They're even, they go to the same point. So from here you got to measure the trunk width to get your length across. And then we're going to cut a piece and see how it fits, and thinking about doing a little bend up, but I'm not too sure yet. We'll see. I made an L bracket to go underneath, and then also on this side, and then it's just dirty, rough start, but so I'm going with, and I'll probably end up running double-sided tape along that when I set it, and then I got to clean up the edges a little bit right here, cut all these off. If you're gonna do it the right way, you'd probably use something a little thicker. It's a little wavy, but I ain't going for nothing perfect, so not gonna lie, kind of forgot to film, but I got everything together. And what I'm going to do, god damn it, is I marked on the bottom of where the old bolt holes are for the factory wing, so I'm gonna drill those out. There's gonna be 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, and then I'm gonna double-sided tape all right there, and then probably 2 strips worth. So about 2 inches of double-sided tape on the front just to hold the front down and not have to put a bunch of screws everywhere and destroy the trunk. So I'm gonna reuse the factory holes. Holes are drilled. Got the double-sided tape laid, one in the front, little piece in the middle in between the bolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel all that off, set that first, and make sure the holes are lined up with the factory holes in the trunk. And then we'll go ahead and tighten her down. Well, guys, the wing is pretty much done. I'll probably mess with it a little bit. One thing I don't like is the waviness. That's just because I use thin sheet metal. But I think it looks pretty sick. Give this video a nice thumbs up. Appreciate the love, y'all. Came out sick.